Something that my mom always said to me as a little girl that really annoyed me was that I am the tortoise. And if you guys know, like, the tortoise and the hare thing, that pissed me off a lot because, you know, throughout my life, being told, like, Sabrina, you're the tortoise, just chill. Like, it's okay. You're the tortoise, just slow down. It's going to be okay. It, in moments of frustration and, you know, confusion, it can feel like a letdown, but it turns out it's actually a very good thing. I've really loved getting to know the mindset of a slow rise and knowing that I have a lot to look forward to.
Welcome back to a new video. I know it's been a really long while. I do apologize, but sometimes taking a break from the screens and internet can be really refreshing. Anyways, I'm really excited to be back and making some new content. There's been so much going on in Hollywood and the media lately that I don't even know where to start. I'm trying to catch you guys up while catching myself up. But anyways, let's start by talking about Miss Sabrina Carpenter, since she's dominating this year. Sabrina's career has really flourished lately, and she's certainly establishing herself as one of the main pop girls right now. Her music is everywhere, she's trending, she's branded a unique look and image of herself, and she's really killing it. Plus, she also just released her 6th studio album, Short and Sweet, a couple days ago, and if you've listened to it already, comment your thoughts about it below. I would love to hear your favorite songs or what you thought about it. So I've been seeing her all over my feed, including people following her fashion, her hairstyles. Although her look isn't new, it's really unique and distinct. Everybody knows it looks just like her, you know. She started bringing that bubblegum girly pop music back, and it's refreshing because she makes fun, casual music that anyone can enjoy, and it's not that serious. And that's kind of the best move when you're establishing your print in the industry, is setting yourself apart with a unique aesthetic, look, or a sound. Mind you, Sabrina has been in the industry for over a decade. She's been singing covers since 2009. She's been releasing songs and albums since 2015. So it's safe to say that she's a vet in the industry, but she only recently had her big break. I want to say that her skyrocketing career reminds me a bit of Ariana's debut into the music industry, because both are branded as pop girlies with distinct hairstyles, feminine girly styles, plus the outfits. Some want to compare her to Taylor because I believe they're good friends and they have similar styles with the blonde bangs, shiny gold outfits, but Sabrina's overall brand and music style gears a bit more towards Ariana's debut. It just reminds me of that. Maybe that's a reach, but regardless, I enjoy both of their music. Yes, I do know that they are all their own individual artists, and we're not comparing them. I'm just going to be evaluating Sabrina's growth in the industry and how she's established herself in the music field to be one of the main pop names right now. So we're going to be discussing how she rebranded herself and grew into the artist that she is today. And she's been in the game for a while, starting off as a child actress on Disney Channel, having 5 studio albums already and a 6th one that just came out. So why did it take her so long to blow up after being in the industry for this long? We can argue that she's young and her career just starting to skyrocket now isn't a bad move. While that is true, she definitely has some rocky moments along her career, and we're going to be getting into some of that today. Sabrina started off as an actress when she was just a little girl and was mainly known for her roles on Disney Channel. She was in Girl Meets World, the 2016 remake of Adventures in Babysitting, plus she was even featured in Austin and Ally and some other shows, and she was a pretty big staple for Disney at the time. So they began helping her launch her music career, and she signed a 5-album deal with Hollywood Records, owned and run by Disney, in 2014. And if you watch my videos, you know how I feel about record labels, especially since I have talked about that before with the Disney Girls and Frank Ocean. I'll link those below if you're interested in watching that. So Sabrina was starting her music career while working with Disney and trying to establish a name for herself in entertainment. She was doing all these acting gigs, working on music at the same time. Her debut single and EP called Can't Blame a Girl for Trying were released in 2014 under Hollywood Records. A lot of music she was releasing wasn't getting a ton of traction from the public, especially the mainstream side. She wasn't necessarily breaking records like some of the past Disney stars like Miley and Selena. And she did have a solid fan base, but mainly it consisted of fans who knew her from Disney Channel, and it limited her brand to a kid-friendly image. She was definitely successful and famous back then, but she wasn't as famous as she is now. A ton of her older music had the potential to be radio hits and reach broader audiences, but the main reason she failed to do so was because she was under contract with Hollywood Records, aka Disney. Now, when she was working with Disney, she didn't have as much creative control, proper marketing or promotion, and they were failing to invest in her. She really was the underdog of Disney Channel. Now, also, I have mentioned before that part of record labels is the effort and support from the label to push their artists out there and promote them. If they are doing their jobs properly and they believe in their client's potential, then they would have seen a huge amount of success much earlier with Sabrina. She continued to release 4 more albums with Hollywood Records, and after her contract with them was over, she signed to a new label, Island Records, in 2021. Now, I have to say this was a very smart move because she needed to get out of Hollywood Records and find a team that would support her and believe in her potential. With Island Records, she released her very popular album, Emails I Can't Send, in 2022. This album has huge hits that we're all pretty familiar with if you keep up with the internet and pop culture. Nonsense was a huge hit, Fast Times became widely loved by fans, and Feather was another hit that was later released in the deluxe edition. And during this time, she became more popular as a pop artist rather than just an actress from Disney. These releases really introduced her to a whole new demographic and created a ton of mainstream success for her. This is also when she began experimenting with more bolder looks like makeup, hair, and fashion. Mind you, she was already an adult when she left Disney, so this era in her career sort of symbolized her transition from youth to adulthood. You can tell she feels more comfortable in her career now when she's singing more explicit songs and lyrics, more gearing towards a non-kid friendly image. And you can tell her sound is evolving. She seems to have more creative control over her own music as well. So she's really turning into a real pop star, and it seems like this is only the beginning of her success, even though she's been working for over a decade. There are tons of stars who sort of have a similar journey where they don't have their big break until years later after so much dedication and work. There's nothing wrong with that either. Let's go ahead and address this brief hate train that was created against Sabrina. Please correct me if I'm wrong about any details from my research, because this drama wasn't something that I knew too much about. I was on the internet when this happened, but I didn't really look into it. So mostly this is from my research and what I remember from the time. So obviously, if you're chronically online or into pop culture, you're probably familiar with the feud, quote unquote, between Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo. A ton of people still refer back to this love triangle or scandal to this day, just because it was a pretty big moment in Gen Z pop culture. It all started from Disney Channel. Olivia and her co-star Joshua Bassett were really close throughout their years of working on High School Musical, the series. Both were child actors on pretty big projects with Disney Channel, so it was rumored that they were dating or had some sort of romance between them, although this was never officially confirmed. All 3 parties in this story are singers, so that is how they tell their sides and express their feelings. So Joshua and Olivia were rumored to have dated in 2020, and there was allegedly a breakup between the pair. The lyrics in their songs seemingly suggested their feelings about one another. Joshua released a song called Anyone Else, where he sings the lyrics, "How am I supposed to think about anyone else? How am I to go on keeping this to myself? I'm done pretending I want anyone else." So Olivia responded to this indirect shot with her own feelings through her debut single, Driver's License, which went viral and became a huge hit. According to fans, she teased the original demo, which had the line brunette, but after Joshua's release, she changed the final version to blonde. Her final lyrics were, "And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about." Around this time in 2020, Sabrina and Joshua were rumored to be dating as they were seen spotted together at protests, public dates, and wearing coordinated Halloween costumes. Obviously, everyone knows that Sabrina has blonde hair. She's a bit older than Olivia, so immediately fans went rage mode and started attacking Sabrina and Joshua. People were sending threats, flooding both of their inboxes with the craziest messages. This scandal was absolutely insane, and Joshua revealed that he actually was hospitalized due to heart failure and septic shock 2 days after the release of Driver's License. He was on set for High School Musical and told the producers that he wasn't feeling well, but they brushed it off as anxiety because he regularly deals with it. If I'm being honest, I didn't know who Olivia Rodrigo was before the song came out, and it's great that she found huge success with her debut single and album, but what transpired from the one single was insane and unacceptable because of what Sabrina and Joshua went through. Fans went after both of them because they were theorizing crazy narratives that none of these people involved even confirmed. Sabrina did respond in 2 of her songs, Skin and Because I Liked a Boy. Some of the lyrics read, "Now I'm a homewrecker, I'm a slut, I got death threats filling up semi-trucks, tell me who I am, guess I don't have a choice, all because I liked a boy." Some people did come to their defense, especially because Olivia had not spoken out at all about the backlash that was happening. She was getting sympathy from her fans because most wanted to believe that she was the heartbroken and vulnerable one in the narrative. Some fans wanted her to speak up and tell them to stop sending hate to Sabrina and Joshua. While I understand that celebrities don't fully have control or responsibility of their fans' actions, we can't deny that her speaking out and telling them to stop would have diffused the entire situation. She could have definitely done that, but I fully believe that she was enjoying the attention she was receiving. I'm not saying that she enjoyed the pain that was caused by her fans, but I think that because the song was such a hit, she was enjoying her mainstream success. Don't come for me, please. That's just my observation, because this single and album really put her on the map, and this whole controversy helped to jumpstart her music career, and I feel like that's just the truth. Olivia is really talented though, and she makes catchy music. She's come really far from her Disney Channel days, so props to her. I've never seen an overnight success story for a pop star like her in forever, so I'll be making a video about her sometime soon. So now Sabrina and Olivia are on better terms, but the funny part is the feud was never there. It was mostly conducted by fans and the media. Olivia even said in an interview that she had only met Sabrina once or twice, so that they didn't really know each other that well, but they still respect each other. The point is that this moment in Sabrina's career was almost detrimental to her music and acting career. The hate train was so intense since she wasn't as big as she is now. She didn't have the strongest fan base to support her back. So many people turned against her, and the same can be said about Joshua. He definitely was the most open about how he struggled during this time, and he since then has been nothing but positive moving forward. From what I've seen, he's been supporting Olivia and praising her for her albums and just shutting down the media anytime a negative remark was made about himself or the two ladies. Now let's get back to Sabrina. Let's go ahead and conclude the fact that she is not an industry plant like some people are calling her. Let's stop throwing that word around when artists have been around for years, and just because they're suddenly getting big breaks in the industry doesn't mean they're industry plants. Just because you may not know who they are doesn't mean they weren't around before. She's been around a long time, and although she may have been in the later generations of Disney Channel, she still worked really hard to get where she is right now. I can acknowledge that, and I really genuinely enjoy her music. I feel like she's a breath of fresh air for the industry. We really were truly missing fun girly pop for a long time, in my opinion. Also, at the time of this video, she's already released her highly anticipated 6th studio album, Short and Sweet, and she's also going on tour this fall, but good luck getting tickets if you're planning on going, because I'm pretty sure they're all sold out anyways. I'm glad to see the success that Sabrina finally deserves, because aside from all her fun pop singles, she has a very talented voice, she can really sing, and hopefully she'll experiment with other sounds in the future so she can showcase her vocal abilities a bit more. This rebrand, including her Disney contract ending, was definitely the best move for her career, because she's still flourishing, and really this is only the beginning of her career. I know you guys all might be annoyed with hearing Espresso everywhere, as I am, even though I liked the song before it was overplayed, but you know I'm still here for it. I'm still gonna keep tuning into what Sabrina has in store for us, because I'm excited for her. Well, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you all for coming back to watch my video after my very long hiatus. I promise I'm trying to be more consistent and release more videos, because there's a lot more to catch up on. But thank you all anyways, and I will see you all next time.